Now, actually, in previous lecture, we wanted to test how ChatGPT fares in two aspects, that is problem identification and business understanding. But due to lack of time, we could only take problem identification for e-commerce industry, this one, online e-commerce industry, and problem identification for logistics related problems for a steel industry client. Okay, but we could not take the business understanding. Now let us carry on from yesterday only. This is that problem identification for e-commerce client. Okay, so I am uh, using another prompt. This time I am using the prompt for business understanding. I have said, okay, what follow-up questions would you ask to the client for business understanding to the uh, to the above client in online e-commerce industry? Again, give your answer in 3 pages. This time, business understanding. Now we are not talking about the problem, what problem the client is facing, but rather exactly what is his business model. He is operating as D2C model. You know, there are D2C and B2B and various kinds of model. Then could you share insight about your pricing strategy and so on? It has given its first page. Okay, please give page 2. And it is coming with further around 18 questions regarding problem identification for our client who is operating his business in online e-commerce industry. We say, great, please give page 3. And this time it is giving different set of questions. The advantage of formatting your prompt in page wise manner, I have already told you. One advantage is that it is a trick to overcome the token limit, and another trick is that if you do as a separate questions, that is, if you ask the same question 3 times, then many times the same choices would be repeated. But here I am copy pasting my first 20 questions. But if you do this way page wise, then it will give original and new answer. Here actually answer is truncated. So perhaps there was that choice that please continue. But anyway, we are just doing demo, so fine. And then last this. Now you can again see that it has done impressive work on this business understanding part also, and within just few minutes, rather 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, we have come out with 50 questions regarding that industry. Okay, so this is saving a lot of time. Still, the human to human interaction, which you have to do with your client and show the interest and your body language and your eye contact and everything, that perhaps ChatGPT will not, perhaps not perhaps, but it will never be able to do those things. But your labor is saved. Of course, whatever content ChatGPT gives, you have to always first verify that content and then only send to your client or your boss. That is always an advice for all applications. Now, this was for that steel industry. So, okay, what questions would you ask to above client for his, or rather as a logistic data scientist, uh, to for business understanding? And this time I forgot to give answer page wise. So let us try that also once, that I will ask the same question again and let us see whether it repeats a few points or not. Then you will understand the importance of that asking question page wise. Okay. This answer again I am copy pasting to my Word file. Here my problem identification is there. So after problem identification comes business understanding. Okay. Now give 10 more points. In bracket I am clarifying perhaps different for above question. And since I have mentioned different, perhaps it will give different answer. Can you provide an overview of current logistic data landscape? That was earlier first question. And what are the key performance indicators or KPIs? That was the second question. Now, how do you currently capture and analyze customer feedback? That was, and are there any specific challenges or bottlenecks? What are the key dependencies and interconnections? And so on. Okay, fine. So this also I am doing a copy paste. So I get another 20 questions for business understanding. And I think I can ask another 20 also, but you have got the point. Okay, so I'm just copy pasting my prompt rather than prompt will go before the answer. So here is the prompt. I am copy pasting this because I want to give this whole page as or rather whole exercise for your record as a document on the educational portal. This is about that logistic business, and yeah, so that is that. Yeah, this is also that logistic, and this was problem identification. Okay, so here that prompt will go. All prompts will be in quite big fonts and in bold, so you will be able to easily recognize them in the material which I will upload. Thank you.